So, who wants to remind us where we left off last week?
You mean other than you?
What do you guys remember that happened?
We made our way to the engine room. We turned the engines on. Immediately, there was one big red button. Then we also found out there was a presence somewhere on the ship trying to manipulate us. And then we made our way to the bridge and found some more of these. Oh, we also got attacked by a bunch of bugs that were in a spacesuit that was chained to the chair by the big red button in the engine room. Found out that lack of air kills them. That's a good thing.
Lack of air kills most things.
Well, if it was purely electronic, you wouldn't necessarily need air, but
like the legendary Mechalin you encountered in the previous designated husk of a spaceship in hyperspace.
Ugh, don't remind me of. Oh God, you've introduced
or the replicators from Stargate.
Oh, this is not. This is. Wooster's done a bait and switch. He promised us Star Wars. He's now introduced bloody Alien.
Pretty much, or Stargate.
That too.
So we made our way towards the bridge. There is actually one more cocoon outside the bridge, and there were 7 inside it. I think Sarah pulled on some dog tags that were sticking out of one of the cocoons. Sorry, Zeva.
I was like,
wow, brain fart. Okay.
Where's the Sarah? I'm not a Sarah.
I guess you miss Sarah, don't you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The ghost of Sarah that was inhabiting Zeva pulled the dog tags out of one of the cocoons, and it broke open, and more bugs came out. So
I have to say, I was thinking of Sarah during this episode. I'm like, well, he didn't really describe them, but thank God it wasn't spiders.
Maybe it was. That's true. So we evacuated the air from the bridge, and before the little buggies could get on us, and then we broke open all the other ones so that they were all dead. The other 6 ones on the bridge. There's still one outside. We're saving that for.
But there was one that was broken, which had a swarm in it. So, and the last I knew, they were coming towards me, and I was still messing with the communication. And you said, "I'm going to," and I don't know what you did because I lost power at that point, meaning I lost internet. So I didn't know exactly what you did at the ending.
Magic. I did magic. I have no idea what you're talking about. I thought you were still connected when we got rid of the last of the cocoons.
Yeah, but then the last one, it opened and there was a swarm. It's like, okay, we're going into a fight, and then you said, "I'm going to." And that's the last I
Okay, I don't remember that at all. But then again, I'm old and I forget
remember
things.
because I was like, "What is he going to do?" Because I've been wondering for a week, what did he do when I could not, see what was going on. And then when Froggy put up the that blurb, it's like about Zeva.
Yeah.
But not what you did prior to that blurb about Zeva.
Sure.
So
I'll take your word for that, but I'll have to ask Wooster because I don't know what you're talking about. What did I do, Wooster?
I don't remember either.
I remember we had a discussion about whether or not you could communicate faster than the speed of light.
Oh yeah, we had that
And
discussion.
we had that conversation,
The
but
answer was no.
yes, I remember that.
But
I don't
the
remember
way
the-
you described it had to be carried by ship.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ships, objects can go faster than light. Transmissions cannot. But even those objects need to go into some space magic physics that you don't have access to.
Space magic physics. Ooh. Something else to study. Just a second. Write that down.
Actually, what happened was it became a blooper reel once you talked.
Oh,
So, as previously stated, you are in the cockpit with a swarm of angry bugs coming your way.
I thought we took care of the bugs.
This is the second one, second group.
No,
First
no.
group, we got rid of the air,
Yeah. And then we
and then
punctured all the other pods.
Yeah.
So there were no bugs left.
Okay.
The only
Okay,
bugs
I'm
will be
going to
coming
make an
from outside.
executive decision and say that fighting bugs is boring, so we're not going to do that right now.
I'm sorry, what?
We're not going to fight bugs.
So it appears that the bugs died out of lack of air before they could reach you.
Nice. So, I am still
That you're also
trying
having to deal with. There's a lack of hair in the recorder. Enjoy.
No, we have our own air supply.
Yep.
Not the artist, but you know.
What then?
Yes.
Not the band. Air supply. Never mind.
Right. Yeah, like it's like when
Hey,
you say the
that's
artist,
my time.
I'm trying to go through bands and like artists. I'm going, like, has there been something like just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna call myself Air, you know? And I'm going, nope, never heard of it.
Air Supply is an actual American band from
Right, fair enough.
the 40s.
It's the artist formerly known as Vacuum.
Anyway, so I'm still trying to get the communications going to find the log to find out what the heck happened.
Yeah.
So-
Zeva wants to look for through the logs to see if there's a recording of the captain giving us
Okay.
an explanation.
Give me a suitable role for that, and I do believe we ruled out that hacking machines is a crafts role. And you don't exactly have access codes to Don Carlos, do you?
I tried. Mediocre.
So yeah, you rolled just enough to engage the device. Playing the last recording on file. This is
one guy
Captain
going,
Galina.
oh fuck, we're all gonna die.
This is Captain Galina to Don Carlos. Eject all escape pods. Eject escape pods. Anyone who can make to an escape pod, do so immediately. Do not wait for anyone. We will be jumping in 2 minutes. Anyone left behind will stay behind. This is Captain Galina. And the message repeats.
Okay, I am changing my mind as to what I was going to do, and I'm going to go, okay, let's look for the navigation logs. Let's see where they jumped from.
You're it. Tag, you're it. I got the communication going. You can figure out the navigation. I know
Meanwhile,
nothing.
Mr. Xegian, you snap out of a trance, sort of a fugue state.
Yeah.
You realize that you've put on a spacesuit.
Mm-hmm.
You are in the bowels of Don Carlos, staring at a hatch for an escape pod.
Mm-hmm.
The pod is long gone.
Mm-hmm.
All that remains is a desiccated corpse floating next to it.
Mm-hmm.
This one was not wearing a helmet or a spacesuit.
Ooh.
And it's tied out, died, and floating in space.
So I can actually see the suit. I'm trying to see if I can get like the light on my suit to actually kind of shine on it, because I'm assuming they've got some sort of jumpsuit with like name tags there. I'm trying to see if I can see the name.
This one seems to have been Private First Class Williams.
Okay. I'm just gonna go. Not gonna recognize the name myself. And it's like I'm just gonna go.
That's a very good approximation.
Yep.
Don Carlos had a crew of thousands.
Yeah.
He was a private first class. If it was public first class Williams, you might have recognized it.
Wow. Not when she's eaten, sir.
No, that was a groan.
Good.
Too many bad puns today. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna need one of these signs that says L so I can put it here.
Right, so Xegian's gonna keep walking down, and he's gonna actually just be trying to see if he can remember if his son, had any bit where he, he had confirmed, like, where his quarters would be, or if he would actually be, or a part of the ship, if I'm going to find any trace of my son. Where would be like the kind of best bet, like, or where he might have been assigned on the crew.
So, yeah, you dig your memories. You look around, beaming the light to the signs on the corridors. You recognize this area. You visited Don Carlos to see your son. And this is the section he was working in. Your mind follows you to think you've been doing this path, trying to find him. You check your air gauge. You've been out here assuming it had been full when you left. For over an hour. But some vague memories of his room being empty, aside of some gear floating around. It would signify that he either wasn't there or he had left in a hurry.
Right. Gonna have I'm gonna just try and see if I can find, like, say, like his kind of personal computer, or like data slate or something. Partly, I think Xegian is just wanting to hear his son's voice. Okay, so if he can, he wants to see if he can find something that's gonna play like a log or like a diary of his son there.
Good point. Let me investigate.
Sure.
The higher this, the better you get. Ooh. Yeah, just as you're thinking about that, your hand raises and you realize that you are actually holding a datapad. the same data path with that silly little sticker that was put there by a 10-year-old boy.
Mm.
The sticker is long since faded, and there's only a memory of what the image ever was. But it's the same data path he had been using. And you click it open, and there's the image of Xegian's son on the screen. What he's saying, you can't hear due to the vacuum around you. But he can say that he seems alarmed, and there is the emergency light going on behind him. The message is short.
Can I... Is there a way for me to pipe the kind of audio from the pad into my suit speakers? Do I have like a... Do I have a handy, like, on the suit wrist, do I have like a handy, like, USB connection that can connect to the data slate, or is it this one that I'm going to have to try and take this data slate into somewhere with air?
That's the one downside of using old tech that you have access to. The audio pool on this one has unfortunately suffered damage back in the moist accident of the 5 years ago. It still charges, but the audio cabling is short.
Right, okay. So I'm just gonna find a section so I can actually slide the, I'm sure there's like a kind of bit where I can actually just slide the slate into like a holster or something like that on the suit there, so I'm not having to keep my hands restricted by carrying this thing. And then I'm gonna have I'm actually, so I've come across dead bodies, but they're human bodies. I'm going to actually start trying to think. So, right. I am sure, like, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make my way to the ship's mainframe.
Ship's mainframe. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. While you're doing that, Daniel, you were about to visit the navigation logs?
Yes.
I do believe that's a craft roll again.
Good thing I read all about this.
Mhm.
There are advantages of having mediocre in some things, but only a few. No, still mediocre.
Yes. Seems like the navigation console has been placed on lockdown.
So much for that brilliant idea. What I was originally going to be trying to do, you just made me think probably won't work. Oh, did we restore the air to the bridge, by the way?
No.
Oh, well, maybe we should do that. Because I was going to do something really silly. Broadcast over the ship's intercom system. Anybody on the ship, please respond. Report to the bridge if you can. But if there's no air, that's probably not going to work.
Well,
unless they have visual displays.
Well, there might be pockets with air in it. Probably, if there are survivors, they would be in such pockets.
Pocketses, yes. What has it got in its pocketses? Survivors is.
Probably.
Those are some fucking big pockets.
Yeah. It's all about scalability, brother.
Yes, they've been invaded by Scalians.
All I
Okay.
can think of are cockroaches. Sorry.
TMI. Okay, well, I'll do my best. Hmm?
A bug
What?
that we were killing. All I was thinking was cockroaches, the bug infestation.
Oh, okay.
You know, Men
Uh,
in Black.
I was thinking more of the replicators from Stargate. Um, in small form. So I'll go with those are the two things I want to do. I want to get the air back in the bridge, and I want to try and do a ship-wide broadcast to see if anybody responds.
Right. I'm thinking. Yeah, you could try hacking into these systems by using burglary instead.
Just as bad at that. Isn't that good to know?
I was thinking that.
Can I use the given who she is my relationship see if it can find things for me?
Do I need to do my burglary
If you want to.
roll? Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Right. Do you know a thing or two about humans? And humans are lazy. And
There's a
some
Post-it note with
humans
the
are
password
lazier
on it.
than others. So you look around for a hidden place, for a access key or something along those that is just out of sight, so nobody with a casual view will get it. And you indeed do find an access key hidden beneath one of the consoles, which states Lieutenant Shive. On the side. And yeah, you have someone's access key.
Which console were they at?
The console in particular is the weapons console.
Hmm. Not
Can we
the
use
most-
the access key on the navigation?
You attempt, and it says limited access granted.
You want to check out the weapon?
Well, if we have limited access granted to the navigation, let's see if we can find out where they came from.
When you attempt to access history, there's a pop-up saying insufficient access. You can, however, see your current location in the star chart.
We know where we are already. Thank you.
Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, can I use investigate to see if I can try and get more information?
From what?
Investigate.
From what?
Information from what?
From the navigation thing.
I'll just give you the information you can get from it. It appears that your access is limited to your current status and plotting a course.
Well, I don't want to plot the course to, our home because I don't know how many of those things are still on board.
I, on the other hand, do want to plot a course for home because it's going to take a hell of a long time to get there anyway. And with the resources of the entire planet, I think they can take out any bugs that are left on board.
You actually spot a little red button saying emergency, emergency
FTL.
and attached to it is coordinates to your homeworld, the Frogstar. Okay, you press it. Emergency jump enabled, and the whole ship lights up in red, and there is signs popping up. Emergency jump initiated. Emergency jump initiated.
Get to a chair and lock in.
And
Do
you
you
can
do
feel
a-
you can feel the ship starting to shake as the engines whir in the action. Even then,
It doesn't go anywhere.
seemingly doesn't. Just the whole ship just shakes and shakes. And then it ends.
I guess that emergency is not that emergency button isn't working well.
I think
Okay,
it's the
no.
jump drive that isn't working very well.
Yeah. Then you look up out of the window,
Mhm.
and there's no more stars there.
Oh. So maybe it did work.
Yeah, that would done
And we're
Event
in-
Horizon, or Wooster's actually just introduced us to Event Horizon instead.
Well, given
We're
when we
the
looked
jump
outside
to
before, there was a debris field in front of outside of us. Does it feel like it does when we were in jump space coming here?
No.
I look
Oh.
at the navigation. I look at the navigation and I want to see where we're at on where
Yeah.
we currently are.
The navigation console now just has a timer on it.
Counting down to how much?
6 days, 14 hours, and 5 minutes.
So that makes
We are
sense. That's
moving.
Is it actually counting down or is it stuck?
It's counting down, apparently.
Okay. I don't like the fact that you used the word apparently. Okay, well, I'll go back to trying to do the calm thing.
Well, with the access key, yes, you have access to in-board communications.
Okay. So I'll record a message and put it on repeat, basically saying, anybody able to communicate with the bridge, please do so. And
We are on our way home.
then hopefully we're on our way home.
Meanwhile,
Back at the ranch.
Xegian.
Yep.
Xegian manages to go through a few sections of the ship and realizes that there's actually air in some of these rooms. And if you just handle the airlock bulkhead exit properly, you'll have sufficient air in any number of corridors. And given your desperation, you take out your tablet. Oh, actually, his tablet. And play the message.
Yeah.
First of all, you can hear the blaring of the alarms behind him, and alarmedly he's put on recording and staring at the pad. Like, Dad, I know you're gonna find this. You always do find this, but we are going to have the jump. I don't know where we are, but the ship is going to jump, and I'm going to have to evacuate. The captain gave us orders. I don't know what's going on, but there's something going on near the engine room. I'm going to be okay. There's a habitable planet. Habitable planet near me. We're going to land there. We will survive. Just when you find this, come get us, please. Come get us. And the message cuts off.
Oh shit, we're on the way home.
I think this kind of really kind of helps him force Xegian wanting to get to the mainframe to try and see if he can pull up like the ship, basically the ship logs. He wants to know what's happened. He wants the sensor logs because he wants to know where, where the ship actually launched, released the escape pods there.
Yep. You carry on ahead, and then you start feeling the rumblings of the engine reverberating through the hull all the way from the engine room. Suddenly, it shakes hard. Harder than the captain's yacht when it went to hyperspace. And then, just as you grab onto something, you also see the lights go on. The warning. Emergency hyperspace jump initiated. And then, as quickly as it came, it goes away. And the soothing silence engulfs you. Not the same as the rumbling of the engines of the yacht, even though muffled and toned, the ship seems completely silent. Wow, that effect is annoying me. And
Are we even moving?
good question.
We stall? I asked Daniel, did we stall?
I don't know. This wasn't in the simulator of the one of the
For the yacht?
For the yacht. From my studies, do I remember even that being a possibility, Wooster?
Roll your academics.
Hey, I finally get to roll my academics.
Difficulty is 8.
Oh. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Well, I'll roll as high as I can. -2.
Yeah, the specifics of the hyperdrive of Don Carlos is a highly kept state secret. So, might be that it has special qualities that is not being mentioned to the general public.
I don't know. I'm looking over there because that's where I can see your picture.
The space is silent. Except as you start to acclimate to the silence, you start hearing a heartbeat.
Does it appear to be similar to the annoying invading voice that we had before?
Meanwhile, Xegian, you make it.
Thanks for not answering.
You make it to the to the entrance of the mainframe.
Yeah.
There it is. The door that says mainframe. Access for authorized personnel only.
I'm gonna just. I'm gonna look at the door and see is there anything. There's like how is it secured? I'm guessing it's not wide open. That's the first thing I'm guessing. It is actually closed.
Oh, it seems to be using a state of the art machinery to hold it shut. It's very heavily fortified, almost as if nobody wants some random strangers poking
Yeah, I
into the
know.
computer mainframe without permission.
What a shock!
Especially if you try to touch it, that might give you a shock.
No,
Then
it's
they'll charge you
just,
for it.
so Sig. Wow. So Sigian's gonna have a look, and he's looking. He's just looking to see if there's anything that would indicate how you'd actually prove that you had access, like if there's something like a card slot or there's like a,
Excuse me.
you know, a plate for like a handprint to be done.
Actually, both.
Okay. Where was the last body I came across?
That would have been Private Williams.
Private Williams. He's desiccated, you said.
Yes.
I don't think if his body's desiccated, I don't think he's gonna be able to take a readable palm print.
You highly doubt it.
Yeah. So that's
Most likely a private would not
not
have access.
half it. Yeah.
To begin with, yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing, yep.
Again, public Williams would get you in, but not private Williams.
Right.
Then again, it's not for public access.
Mm-hmm. No, so I'm thinking what's
The skill to get through it is burglary.
And I'm not around. You need to get me.
Yeah, that's because you're a square.
Around, yes.
I'm gonna.
Is Vivian hearing Daniel's overcom thing?
That's a question. Did I hear that go off?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. By the time you make it to the mainframe, you get that message.
Mm.
Ah, right about now. Now is good.
Yeah. I'm gonna go over to the actual. I'm gonna find like the nearest.
Call box?
Yeah, basically. And I'm just gonna go right.
So before you do that, as you turn around from the mainframe, you come face to face with somebody standing behind you. And then we move back to the bridge.
I believe there's a 4-letter word for you, jerk. You're jerking us around.
So, over at the bridge. What is your next plan of action?
Waiting for the answer to my question.
Which is?
It was this heartbeat. Does it seem similar to the annoying mental invasion from before?
It seems to be your heartbeat.
What?
You
I
have a
hear
heartbeat,
it.
don't you?
Okay, you said okay. That's not what you intimated. But all right. Why am I hearing my heartbeat?
That is indeed not what I intubated.
Intubated, isn't that the tube in your lungs? Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. While it is your heartbeat, it is not your heartbeat.
Do I hear it?
Yes.
Is it also not her heartbeat?
Yeah, you can hear a heartbeat as well. It appears to be your heartbeat, but it's also not your heartbeat.
I'm gonna do the thing that when there is something I don't know, I want to do an investigate to find out where that is coming from.
Well, as you turn around, trying to find which way the sound comes from, it comes from within.
Within me?
Mm-hmm.
And I assume mine comes from within me?
Yes.
I put my hand on my chest, and is it the same rhythm as what I'm hearing?
No, there's a dissonance there.
I agree, Froggy.
I go, what the? Are you? Are you hearing what my heart, but it's not my heart.
Yeah, I'm getting the same thing.
Yeah. I block it out. I'm like, I don't need to hear this. I just ignore it.
If I move around the room, does it have any effect on how it sounds or where it seems to be coming from?
No. It comes from within.
Comes from within the room or within ourselves?
Within the listener.
Within the what?
The listener.
So I ignore it. And I do an investigate to see what else I can find. I totally ignore it.
I'm going to try and set up a mental block to block it out.
Right. You do that while Xegian.
Mm-hmm.
Xegian feels an existential dread.
Yeah.
Wallowing up. The form standing in front of you. He's wearing a spacesuit of the Imperial Armada.
Yeah.
But the clear plexiglass visor is black.
Well, blacked out, or is it?
Yeah, it seems like it's blacked out. There's nothing there except two red dots at approximately the height of the eyes. And as it is staring you down, its hand moves to the side, stretching to the side, and a plasma blade extends from his arm, or from his hand.
I think this is where I will try and go for my actual gun on my holster and basically do a quick draw.
So you decide to challenge it into mano a mano.
I don't know. I'm doing Indiana Jones. I'm not getting into a whip fight with this guy.
I'm
with
bringing
Blade.
Ganda sword fight.
Sword fight, yes.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
he
just
brought
gonna
a sword
shoot
to
the
a
bastard.
gunfight, yeah.
Yes,
I'm going to
yes.
shoot the bastard.
Have you heard of this old saying called "Don't bring a gun to a plasma sword fight"?
No, because we never had Halo.
All right, I do believe you know what that means. You roll me a fight check. If you get more than a 3, 3 or more, that is what you need to get. 3.
Well, I've also got firearms training there. So.
You can invoke that if you like.
Yep. Well, it's not an info, it's a stunt. So.
Yeah, you can invoke the stuntman.
So 4.
Right. You manage to take off a shot before it hits you.
Mm-hmm.
Only for you to see it moving that plasma sword in front of itself, just in time for the ammo to deflect to the side and hit the corners of the building. But it does seem to take its focus off of it.
Mm-hmm. And it's just as I'm taking those shots, I'm backing up and I'm trying to give myself as much space.
So you're making a a tactical relocation.
Oh no, it's a fucking runaway. That's what it's called.
A strategic retreat, yes.
Advancing at full speed, 180
Backwards.
degree angle towards the enemy.
Or as the Monty Python would put it, run away! Run away!
Right, that would be a physique roll, I believe.
Sorry,
Thank-
I remember the description you gave of yourself.
Oh no, physique got increased.
Physique was increased. The donuts were laid off in the past few days.
This is a thing. He just because. Have you ever seen like the TV series Martial Law of Sammo Hung? Right.
No.
The guy Sammo Hung is one of the most famous Hong Kong stunt martial artist choreographers there is. The guy carries a lot of weight, but despite that, he is able to do like Jackie Chan level
Tomfoolery. No.
Yeah, he's maybe not jumping through like ladders and all that sort of stuff because he doesn't have the physique to do that, but he knows how to move the body that he does have, right? The weight he doesn't let it impede him. Okay?
He's agile despite of his frame.
Yeah, it's like they're like one of the scenes he actually have him where he...
Dungeon.
Yeah, sorry, yep.
Right. You decide to flee for it. And
Yes.
that appears to be a smart decision, as it seems to be... while it seems to be following, it appears to be taking a walking pace. Taking the shots you're making out with its saber.
You're calling it a saber now, okay.
Daniel and Zeva,
I like to see.
you feel the heartbeat getting slightly higher.
So I wasn't successful in blocking it out?
Apparently not.
I still do an investigate around to see if I can get more information about what happened on the bridge.
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 You keep trying to send it to the brig.
I should look you up in there. Let's make it easy. Anyway. Oh, right, you don't have tentacles. So at this point, you hear somebody running nearby. Heavy, agitated footsteps.
And I look at Daniel. It's like, you got something?
My gun in my hand.
You ready? Because someone's running.
Yeah. Yes. Assuming they're running here. Since, well, then again, we did ask people to come to the bridge.
And we asked them to
Communicate to the bridge. You're right.
communicate with the bridge.
Yes.
Yes. I just don't want to deal with, and I point down at all the remains. I don't want to deal with another one of those. I don't need another bug infestation.
I'm sure that's coming. Yeah. Okay. Is the bridge door open or closed at this point?
I do believe you left it closed. Left it open because you can hear the sounds. So
okay. Here, let's set up a crossfire? I don't know what the hell it's called. An angle where we both have a good angle at the entrance, but we can't shoot each other.
That's what's called. I do believe that's called a crossfire. Firing arcs, anyway.
Yeah.
So, you set yourselves up, and Xegian runs through the door because it's the only way that is immediately open.
Oh. And he's wearing a suit just like ours, so I guess we reckon him. Xegian, you woke up. Close the door behind you. Because he looks like he's being chased, right?
Surely you'll be the one that closer to the door.
No, we set up you were coming through the door.
Yeah, right.
And
yeah.
we're ready to shoot towards the door.
Why can't you guys just close it? Yeah, so I'm looking for the door panel, and I'll just, if I can see it, I'll just slam it. And then continue running, and then like jump over or like roll over a console, and then come up, gun ready, pointing towards the door.
What are you running from?
Suit with a plasma blade.
And just as he mentions that a plasma blade strikes through the door and begins to cut it.
I've seen this in a movie somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
copyright infringement.
Too many, scenarios.
No,
and
Star Wars.
Still hear the heartbeat. Has it gotten closer? That heartbeat.
Yep. It seems to be very close. It has evened out, but it's louder.
The last time we opened. We saw. If Xegian has described the suit, going, the last time we saw a suit like that, it was full of bugs.
Let's just say red dots for eyes. That's all I saw.
Yeah, that's like the guy that was in the engine room.
I remember red eyes, though.
The black faceplate? So that we couldn't look inside. Xegian, put your helmet on. We can get ready to evacuate the air again from the bridge. No, that's going to be a little bit of a problem if he's cutting a hole through the door, but.
So
I can be over by the door and open it so the guy can come in and quickly shut it. So, but he's got a suit on. So what's the point of getting rid of the air if he's got a suit on?
Oh, I put some holes in it.
Well, we got to come up with a route because he's coming through this door at any moment. So make an action plan.
He comes through, and when he comes through, we put it full of bullets.
Well, the last time we tried to do that, things came out.
It's got through about halfway through the door.
Well, if we're saying these things can't survive a vacuum, we give it a vacuum. So we make sure the suit integrity is compromised. We do that by shooting the suit.
Okay.
Xegian, you aim for the head. Zeva aim the middle of the body. I'll aim for the lower extremities, and hopefully he won't be able to stop them all. 1, 2, 3, fire. 1, 2, 3, fire. That's the pattern.
So volley
Okay.
fire, eh? Yeah, how did the assistance work? Oh, right, you give each other's advantages. Right.
Well, it's like if you do teamwork, that's like you basically do a roll, you give them like a +1 to the roll. So it's basically like if you're doing that, so you can do it as like an attack, right? Where it's like one person does the main roll for the attack, and then the other, if you're allowing the other two to do it, you give us like a difficulty. If we beat it, they gain a +1 to their roll.
Yeah.
For the main person.
Okay.
And that would be a good way of potentially representing, all of us.
Simultaneously firing, yeah.
Yeah, that would be a good way of doing that.
Okay, since because you have a little bit of time and you're already ready, I'm gonna give you a 1 invoke of fire when ready. Which is you training your guns at the door at the impending doom. And as you're preparing, aiming your guns, getting set, the plasma sword cuts through all the way. And there's the sword goes out, door starts turning in and comes down with the Kong!
And makes no sound at all, you mean?
No. It reverberates in the metal.
Oh, okay.
So it shakes your booties.
Shake that booty. Oh, wrong booties. Never mind.
Yes, you had enabled the gravity.
Gravity, yes.
Artificial gravity. That's the word I was looking for. Artificial gravity.
Antificial.
And official gravity. Anyway.
That's how ants walk on the floor.
And through the door steps an Imperial officer.
Their spacesuit, at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, as far as you can judge through the spacesuit, that's an Imperial officer carrying a hilt of a plasma blade. Its helmet's visor covered in darkness and 2 black dots. Not black, red dots in the black. Turning to look towards you as you have your guns trained at it. Do you want to open fire now, or do you want to let him hit you first?
Oh no, open fire.
Okay, assisting difficulties will be 2.
Right. So I think maybe the best person to do the shooting would be me.
Would be you.
Yeah.
What's your fight?
Oh yeah, but with my shooting, it goes up to a 4, plus then what I roll.
Ah, okay.
So I'll do that. I'm going to invoke the prepared fire for another 2 on top.
and we do a fight to assist you.
Yeah,
Is
that yeah, do a fight. That would be the
All of us?
yeah,
Or just
both.
one?
Me included.
Oh, you're going to assist us? Okay, that's good to know. Well, Zoe
I'm
isn't
gonna assist
helping.
someone.
Good. I'm not good at helping people.
I am.
So that's going to be a
So
plus one.
I'm gonna say those two negate each other.
Okay.
How does that negate each other? I have a -2 and he has a 5.
Because your target was 2, so you're 4 down, and he's 3
We're
up.
3. We're 3. That's more than 2.
So your combined total is 1.
Huh? 5
No,
minus
that's not how
2 is 3.
that's not how the teamwork would work. It would be 2 individual rolls.
Okay, yeah, I know.
So
I'm-
1
I'm-
assist
I'm-
instead of 2.
So 1 with the -2 would be 4 of the gold. So is that a penalty?
No, it's just a fail.
It's just a fail. Okay, never mind then. So you get 1 assist.
Yeah. And
I'm horrible. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. It appears that this thing incites a primordial fear in Zeva, and Zeva just can't hold the target and shoots almost blindly at it. All the shots scatter around the
yeah.
And
you also gave us a
Wolf.
free invoke also, didn't you? As you said.
Yeah, I gave you the free invoke for the one.
Yep. So that's going to be that.
Okay,
You
let's
might
see.
want to roll a defense roll, sir.
Yeah, I do believe he wants to. Oh, it. It was DF to roll.
4DF, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ah, close. No cigar. Oh wait. If it equals, does it negate your attack, or
Well, it's not,
if it gets a +2?
it just, yeah, it's successfully defense. But it's like, now the thing to remember is, yeah, you do, it's going to be, you can give fate point, yeah, you can give fate points to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you've got something that's that's got like abilities, okay, in itself, you're basically having to have its own individual fate point count
Mm-hmm.
to use. So it doesn't get automatically free fate points. It only has fate points if it does have it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it would also be, does it have a appropriate, appropriate aspect to play on this, just like a normal player would have to have. So if it doesn't, it's going to take 2 stress.
You know what? It's going to take the 2 stress
Okay.
on top of the 1 you made him earlier.
Okay.
And 1 hole.
But it doesn't get any holes, though. It does manage to defend itself. It
Right,
just,
fair enough.
it is just stressed out about it. So the plasma blade appears, and the few shots that are actually making towards any vulnerable locations are deflected. The other shots deflect off of the battle grade spacesuit. So he doesn't need to defend everything.
Yeah.
And then, I do believe, that was Xegian. That was actually your combined turn, so we start at the beginning. I'm going to give you another turn. So, I'll give it to Zegi.
Well, you actually still have the right to do your move, describe a move because we went first. Your
Oh.
guy goes, so you can still describe something even
His
if you're
move
not.
was coming through the door, or cutting through the door.
Or was that just purely your move? You're not going to do any other? Right, okay.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. All right, okay. So I think at this point, Xegian's just going to basically say, just fire, fire at will there.
Oh, his name is Will. Okay.
Yeah. And
You're actually not far off.
what Ziggy's going to do is he's going to try, because most of his stuff has been he's going for like the headshots, but it seems to be defending for the headshots. So he's going to go for like, say, basically he's going to try and like John Wick the guy, go for knee shots and all this sort of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Instead. So that's that plus that. A 2 for that. I'm not happy with that. I am going to.
Do you want to do anything before he rolls?
Well, yeah. Well, I still actually want to. I'm just not. Actually, let's see your roll first.
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna hold your action?
No. I was
No,
wanting to
it's
see
it's
what.
whether or not he would use a fate point to do
No.
something to re-roll or to.
No, that's.
Holy mackerel! A 6?
Yeah.
Well, he is +5.
Jesus.
So, who you giving the turn to?
I'm going to give the turn to Daniel.
Okay.
I don't think shooting this guy's going to work.
I'm going to try and hopefully my weapon doesn't get damaged. Sorry, I should have worded that better. I'm going to use one of my stunts to try to create an advantage. Whip it good. I'm going to try and like get it around the foot and pull, or around the ankle, not the foot.
Oh, okay.
Superb.
So, this is a regular defend roll, yes?
Yeah, he's trying to create an advantage on you so you can defend the kit.
So I'm going to give you a gang up bonus, and there's one less defense to go around. Oh, too bad.
Jesus.
Okay, who are you going to give the turn to?
We really want him having 2 turns in a row.
No, you don't.
I guess we'll give it to him then.
Yep.
Okay. Given that there are 3 of you, and only one of it decides
Technically, it's only 2 because I'm like in a fetal position with fear.
Hey, you're still involved in this. Don't try and get yourself out.
It was temporary only.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't permanent yet. But what it's going to do next is actually it's going to give all of you a fear aura.
A what?
An aura of fear. So
We
it
have
is
to be-
trying to...
It's a mind trick. It's a Jedi mind trick. Or whatever
it's a
they're
mind
called in
trick,
this
yes.
universe.
You resist this with either power or will. But will needs to succeed by +2. More than the 1 that I rolled.
but power doesn't.
Yeah, power
But
needs
I
to
have
equal.
no
Power
power.
needs
Well,
to
this is
equal.
the thing. I have no power, so I have to do it on will.
Yeah. You unfortunately are powerless.
Mm.
I knew that was going to happen. I even had a +1 in power versus 0. I had to go with power.
Yeah, but if we're so this one that you rolled,
I'm powerless.
So
I am struck with fear.
you can invoke invoke stuff with your fate points if you like.
yeah,
By the way, did we reset
No.
or refresh? I should say.
No.
Oh, then I don't have any fate points anyway.
I think I'm gonna use my overworked Dedulian security officer aspect to bump me up to a 3. Because you only rolled a 1, sir.
Indeed, I did.
But you already survived it. Why do you need to bump it up?
Well, the
No.
way
He rolls a will, so will needs to be 2 more.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
yeah.
So yeah, Daniel is Daniel suffers from a condition called
Not giving a darn.
this is hopeless. Which I can invoke against you.
If I had any fate points, I could have told you what you could do with that. But okay.
But the rest of you managed to shrug it off. It's an overbearing feeling for a second only for the rest for the other 2 of you. And
wait a minute.
Zeva, your turn.
I didn't pass.
Hmm?
I didn't pass.
Yes, you did.
Yes, indeed. You rolled 1.
You needed a 1.
Right.
And you got a 1.
Okay.
If you use
Woohoo!
power, you need 1. If you use will, you need 3. But you didn't use will, you used power. Yes, you are.
Okay. Okay. And Daniel made it as well.
Nope.
Nope.
So I'm the only
Xegian.
one that made it.
No,
No.
Xegian did.
Okay. I go, Xegian, I'm going to distract. Shoot it in the back. And I'm like, hey, big, tall, and ugly.
Toity.
Look at me.
Okay, what are you? Intimidate?
I'm like,
Provoke? Yeah, that's provoke. Roll provoke for me, will you? I'm gonna roll his. It's will against that. Or was it empathy? Which one do you use against provoke?
It's basically whatever
You can
someone
rationalize.
rationalize. Will was probably going to be the more appropriate one.
Okay.
but also
I-
remember,
I'm
I'm
going
trying
to
to
use-
distract him.
I'm going
I'm
to use
trying to
empathy
distract him.
just to give you an edge here. Just to give you an edge here.
Mhm.
Oh. So yeah, you managed to create the condition. It's distracted.
Okay.
Actually, you get to decide what the condition is, don't you?
I want him to look at me and turn his back to,
Yeah,
to
Just
so
give
I'll
the
be
condition a
back-
name.
Back turned or something like that.
back turn
Yeah.
or a back, yeah.
Or back exposed, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
There.
1 over wasn't enough for a free invoke, was it? No.
No, it beats it.
So yes.
Yeah, you get the. So.
I should
Give me a second.
really get the rule book here. Yeah. Too lazy.
Xegian, you need to hit it.
Because you get the. So when you create advantage.
Or you get 1 free for yourself. That you can.
If you succeed, you create a situation. Yeah. So you get one free invoke on it, which she can then allow anyone else to use, right?
Okay.
It's just if she succeeds with style, she'll have got two free invokes on it.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so Zeva, who's next?
Say a
Xegian.
name,
Use words.
please.
I said Xegian.
Ziggy, right.
Ziggy, you go next.
Right, so I'm going to exploit the fact that he's turned. Okay.
He's going to exploit this. This is hopeless. Oh wait, that was Daniel.
That's on me, not on. Good. Go ahead and exploit it. It's not even my turn.
Bless me. And you can suck it, sir.
I can.
5.
5. Okay. This is new round. Defense is up to full.
Oh, come on. Jesus.
Okay, who's next?
How is his defenses up to full?
It was his round in the middle.
No, this is the thing. If he's going to have an appropriate something that he's able to shrug it off. He's just got something that...
Shrug what off?
No, he's just got basically either like a skill or something that's stupidly high that's good for defense. There.
How did you guess?
Or he's got a fight of 5, which is
Yeah.
But
evidently
how?
possible.
He's distracted.
no. The distracted is what
It gave
Xegian
me a
added
boost.
an extra 2.
Oh, it gave me a boost, but that's all it did. It's not like it's giving me an automatic coup de grace there. So this is a thing. I can
And
probably...
I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Go.
we're needing to do something there. I'm just going. Ziggy's probably going to shout out, I'm starting to run low here, and I don't. We need a other tactic, guys.
Who's next?
I am going to pass to you, Wooster.
And to me, the Great Wooster. It seems to be, what's the word? Annoyed by this, and eeny, meeny, miny, mo chooses one to go.
No,
Somebody wanted to die to bugs, I believe. So, yeah, sure, why not?
Can I?
Zeva. It marches up to you and attempts to what's the word? Selectively barbecue your skin. Just the choice bits. Would you like to defend against this?
Can I do athletics to try and roll out of the way?
Yeah.
Yep, that tracks.
Nope.
Do you have something like an aspect that you can invoke?
So despite of its apparent clumsiness, the selected moves that it makes, it drives you in the position where you can't actually do a proper dodge out of the way, and when you decide to leap over one of the consoles to get out of the way, you realize that that's where the blade is coming from, and just in the nick of time, get out of the way, and you get 2 points of physical stress.
Okay. 2 points.
Yeah.
I'm down.
No. You should have.
No.
If you've had the new scene, you should have had your stress reset.
Yeah. The scene. Your physical stress has been reset for this scene.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm good now.
So this is your first point.
Okay.
So does that mean the physical and mental that we took last week are gone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, good, because I would have been dead.
No, it's not dead. It just
not
would have
dead.
given you a bane.
Well, you'd have been going. Well, you could have went and you can absorb stuff like consequences.
Yeah.
There.
You trade
mild,
your
moderate.
hit points for consequences when you run out.
Okay.
Or you don't even have to do the stress. You can actually take a consequence instead of a stress point.
Yeah.
Let's just go. Go on.
Okay. So it used its turn to attempt to give you a warming up session. Next, I believe, is Daniel.
So it can screw me over at least once. So I'm going to. I'd rather it screw me over with that. So I'm going to try and create an advantage again with my whip.
Okay.
Is it going to try and interfere?
Probably.
Oh, I guess it can decide afterwards. Okay.
Wow. Whip it. Whip it good.
Oh, you actually do manage it. You create an advantage in it.
Unless you screw me over.
Nah.
Okay.
So, I believe next is Zeva then?
No, Daniel was the last
No,
of that
I
turn,
was the last
so it's a
one.
new turn. So
No.
you just-
No,
Zeva was the
no,
last of
no,
last
I
round,
did
and
it.
she gave the turn to Xegian. Zeva's the only one
Oh.
who hasn't
Yeah.
acted this round.
And then
Oh,
he
right,
took
okay.
his turn,
Okay.
and I did an evade, basically.
Yeah, but that wasn't
and
your
I'm
turn.
going to
Yeah,
try
okay.
and do
Sorry,
the
I
exact same.
miscounted.
I'm going to do athletics to try and get away from it because I'm
So you
not.
want to give yourself a condition of sufficient distance.
Yes.
Okay, create that advantage with athletics. So I'm gonna roll against that with athletics. Ooh, you actually
yep.
succeeded.
Mhm.
Congrats, man. So you get 1 plus 2 when you attempt to avoid this thing in the future. Well, actually,
Nice.
when you do avoiding things to it. Yeah. Well, anyway, you can pass that along to somebody else. Meanwhile, who goes next? You?
That was what I did. That was my.
Yeah, and you
No, but
determine
you
who
can go
goes
again.
next.
You can
Um,
choose any one of us, including yourself, for the next round.
Yeah.
Because this is round number 3.
I want Xegian to, because by that point I'm over there, Xegian's over there.
Allow me
and-
to give you a tactical overview of the situation.
Okay.
It loses defense every time somebody attacks it. So having your strongest attacker last might make it
Okay.
easy to hit it.
Oh, you sneaky. Yeah.
If you hadn't
Daniel.
noticed it, I needed to say it out loud.
Yeah, you've probably been maybe a wee bit too vague. with
Well,
the
I
description.
did tell you that I gave you a gang up bonus every time you attacked more than two of you at the same round. Sorry, more than one of you attacked at the same round.
So Daniel.
Okay. What is the... Is there like a limit on the number of bonuses you can get?
Nope. You can stack as many advantages
Yeah.
as you can.
Basically, as if you get free info, you can start like if you got free info, if you've got something, say if you really succeed and you got like multiple free infos on it,
You can get
invoke
plus
all
15
of
on
them
it
in
if you
go.
like.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, given I can try and do that again, or I can shoot him to lower his defenses for you.
Mhm.
I'm going to try and shoot him and lower his defenses for you.
Yes,
Right.
that actually succeeds automatically. But you get to
What?
even if you don't hit,
Yeah.
it still works.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do that then.
Okay.
And I really wish I had a frickin' 8 point.
What happens when you succeed in with a style? That's more than that's 4
You
or
may,
more.
it means
Or
I
if you're
didn't.
just defending against,
You're-
like, say, an
yeah.
attack, it just fails. That's it. It's
Yeah.
nothing like.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's not like you suddenly go, "Oh, I suddenly attack you." There.
Yeah,
Oh wait, it has a
it's not
stun
like
for
blaster
that.
bolts in Star Wars that you deflect back at us.
Actually, it does have a stun for that.
Well, you may potentially, depending on the situation, you may gain a boost there, but again, a lot of it is Wooster. You've created a fucking super boss at the moment there that,
Yeah, and
yeah, I think a boost would be a bit too far.
yeah, I'm not gonna give it a boost, but I am going to make it so that it uses its deflect ability to give you 1 point of physical stress. Because it deflected that shot straight back at you, and you just narrowly ducked out of the way.
Zeva.
Your turn, Zeva.
Um, uh,
Shoot it good.
okay.
Even if you miss.
I'll try and hit it with fight.
Fight. Well, it didn't need to do that, but it did it. What's the limit, 3 or 4?
What?
For this,
6 or so.
yeah.
3 or more.
So that's 3 or more. So
Yeah.
that means you also get 1 point of physical stress.
Xegian, kill him!
So I assume you give your turn to Xegian?
Yep.
Well,
Smart move.
doesn't have to, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
So
defense
you-
resets on his round.
okay. I thought it was each. I thought it was each round it resets, not on his turn on each
Jeez.
round. Okay,
I
yeah, I
did
guess
not
it's,
specify the timing.
Okay.
It does reset once each round.
That's nasty. That's
well, you've got a +2 from me if you want it.
right. I'm gonna take it. All right.
Oh,
Right. Fucking suck on that.
succeed with style multiple times.
Yeah.
That is
Legendary +1.
8 points of stress in it.
That's gonna be 8 points of stress. I am just rechecking.
And he has 3 to begin with.
Mm-hmm. So if you've got any mild consequences or moderate, you're gonna have to use those to potentially stay in the fight, or even I'm not sure if you've written up an NPC with severe consequences, which would allow you to absorb 6. Okay.
Yes, I'm just going to rule that you actually managed to do the unthinkable and hit it directly into the visor.
Yeah.
And whatever that thing is, it recoils and hunches over itself, dropping the hilt of the plasma blade on the floor. And this black gas escapes from the helmet around it, and it's placed the hands over the visor as if trying to keep that in. And keep the gas in, but all of you, either power or will, please. For will, difficulty is 4, and for power, the difficulty is 2.
Again, power is 2 and will is 4. So it'd be +3 and +2. Okay, no chance in hell of succeeding in either of these
I'm
without
gonna
a fate point.
use a fate point for me there. I'm going to use my aspect of grief-stricken, like, because I am thinking, is this the thing that my son? I'm thinking this. I might. Everyone suggests my son's got onto a skateboard. For all I know, this thing is actually might have came across my son as he's getting to a skateboard and might have killed him. You know, so that's kind of powering me for it to ignore whatever's attacking me.
Or maybe that thing is the one that drove your son to the skateboard to begin with.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't. It might be.
It's just that potential flaw, that anger of could this thing have hurt my son? Just.
Well. Yeah, I allow it. So +2 makes you succeed.
Yep.
And Daniel, being the only one to fail. Yeah, so here's the deal. There is this wail, a scream. A
Is there also a
screech.
bowl of petunias?
And I'm going to send Mrs. Bucket to your house next.
What?
It's pronounced Bucket.
Bouquet. Mrs. Bouquet.
Listen
No,
here,
it was
Mrs. Bucket.
it was in a potted plant.
No, it's a old BBC sitcom called Keeping Up Appearances.
Never heard of it.
Oh,
I'm
so
surprised. Anyway,
it's an old one.
it was very popular here. But it appears to while it's screeching, Daniel, you take the full 2 points of stress to your will.
Well, I'm guessing this is going to be more like a sort of psychic damage.
Yeah, psychic
There.
damage, yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's going to be like a
mental.
mental stress.
Yeah.
Mental stress, yeah.
But this is the thing. Say if you can't take 2 mental stress, say if you
I
only
can.
had- right.
Okay,
But if you
so-
couldn't, you could take a consequence instead to absorb it.
But you can absorb that, no problem. So, while it is terrifying, it passes. And by the time you all regain your focus, you realize that there is an empty spacesuit hunched over where next to a plasma blade hilt.
It's empty.
Well,
No,
it's
no
deflated.
bugs came out. No bugs came out.
Apparently, no.
Well, I'm sure we've all thought about it, but I'm going to be the first one to go over and pick up that damn
foot on it.
lightsaber.
I'm not picking up
Sorry,
the lightsaber. I'm stepping on the thing to make sure it's gone, deflated.
It's a plasma sword, mind you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. The
Wooster, Wooster's trying to get demonetized by all the franchises they can think of.
Yes. Using as generic names as possible to avoid legal liability. This
I'm
is
sure
not.
there are-
This is not
I'm sure there are
lightsaber.
more,
This is lightsaber we have at home.
I'm sure there are actually more franchises that have plasma swords than there are that have lightsabers.
That's the
Exactly.
point.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a
It's like,
generic
which
item.
one can make the claim that, oh, you stole from us?
Yeah.
I stole from all of you, so I stole from none of you. Okay.
Basically, it's like if he was to go with, it's like if you think of, oh, how many franchises have some form of space marines?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Almost all of them.
well, the like like Games Workshop was to try to make the argument, oh, we did Perseus, and go, no, that was Robert A. Heinlein in Starship Troopers. He did the
Right.
concept of parachutes first.
Yeah.
So you can't claim it.
Yeah. Tangent.
Yep, sure.
Right. Yeah, you pick up the hilt of the plasma sword. Congratulations, you have one.
Now you have to learn how to use it.
Without cutting anything off.
Without cutting anything of my own off.
Well, that's also an optional, yes.
I think I was that it was kind of referring what you don't want to cut off was yourself.
Yes.
There.
So, as a side note, those of you with power realize that the heartbeat is gone now.
What about the presence we were feeling before? Is that still there, or is that
Actually,
gone as
no.
well?
That's also gone.
So I go back and I look at the navigation. It's like, okay, have we moved a little bit?
Yeah, you moved about half an hour.
No, there's no way that we can.
It was just
you
a
know,
countdown clock.
Yeah, but I tried to go back to the chart.
Yeah. You can't. There's just a countdown clock.
I look
This
out
is-
the window. What do I see?
Xegian's just
Nothing.
going to say, right, there's a countdown clock to what?
We hit the return home button.
What's
And
that
they-
look, Xegian?
Xegian's like just kind of like, I'm assuming there's like a fuse screen or something like that. And he goes, well, last time I checked, this is not Frogstar.
Yeah, well, how long did it take us to get here? It's going to take us that long to get home. Though actually, that doesn't actually make any sense given the jump drive or whatever it is on this ship should be a hell of a lot more efficient than the one on his yacht. But I won't
I know
point that
nothing
out.
about ships.
So it begs the question. Yeah, you might have thought that you're saying you hit the button for the emergency jump back to home.
Yes.
What actually says that might have been the original intention is for it to be jumping back to Frogstar, but what says it's not been changed and we're jumping to, and Xegian just points with his pistol towards the empty suit and goes, wherever that thing got picked up from.
I
It's
believe
been
it. I believe it actually mentioned when we were pushing the button where we were supposed to be going. It said, "Do you want to go to Frogstar or whatever, or something like that?" I don't know. Wooster would have to remember.
Yep.
But definitely, Frogstar was mentioned.
It was.
Yeah, Xegian's just thinking like there's ways to make you think one thing's been done when something else has been done. We really need to get into the mainframe so we can actually properly check the records. There's also a question of what happened to the yacht when we jumped.
It's in the bay.
It's in the
bay.
hangar, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were attached.
No, it's in the hangar.
It's in the hangar, right? Okay.
Or is it?
Or is it?
Because remember,
Yes, the little helper dude is still in it. Oh,
yeah.
by the way, if you need to jump out, the password is, and I give him the password to reactivate the.
Why?
What do you mean? Why what?
Hold on. So you gave.
No, I'm
No,
giving.
he gave-
I'm telling you the password.
Give
He
it
doesn't
to the
have it.
engineer. You were in La La Land when we were,
Right,
trying to figure
right.
out how to
Sorry,
keep them and not.
Siggy was just thinking because we had someone else with us on this yacht. Xegian was taking that you had said, "Oh, I gave her the password, the logout
No,
boy."
no,
No.
That's why I was going. Why?
no, we didn't do that. We were not that stupid.
You
I'm
weren't?
starting to think. Thank you.
Oh, we got kisses on the cam.
Kiss cam. Kiss cam. Kiss cam.
Anyway.
Throw the shoe.
What have I done? I do not deserve a shoe
A slipper.
or slipper.
Oh, that is rough. That is
I don't know.
rough.
Slipper
would-
is
I
20
would
and maybe she'll
think-
give you something better.
That in the cold north of the Scotland, you could use shoes.
Wow. You know what I'm talking about.
Tangent.
Yeah.
Yeah, tangent. Let's get back to the game, please.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you are on the bridge, you realize that the navigation console has changed again. This time the countdown is still there. It just moved to the upper corner as sort of a reminder, and there is the chart showing Frogstar approaching, and another counter that says 1 hour, 30 minutes and 15 seconds, 14 seconds, 13 seconds, 12 seconds, and so on.
What is that other counter? Did we like do the emergency destruct?
Sure
And
hope-
we did going back to home. Please don't tell me we did that. Daniel, can you find the user's manual for the?
This is just for the aircon.
The user's manual. We need to start the countdown. The first countdown, meaning the one that is longer, because maybe we need to get off the ship, when we get home, and then send the ship away to explode. That's what I'm, and you see Zeva like saying,
Okay.
"Oh my God!"
If
oh
it
my
was
God.
if it was a
Like,
self-destruct
and-
countdown, it wouldn't just be on the navigation panel.
But I mean, why does it have an hour and then the other one is?
You want to know what I think it is? You want to know what I think it is?
Zeva is like
Zeva, do you want to know what I think it is? I think it's Wooster realized I'm right. The jump drive on this would be a hell of a lot faster than the shit coming out here, and there's a second counter showing the real time. No, okay. Because it said
Zeva
countdown to
is
Frogstar.
looking out.
What did it say, Wooster?
Huh? What?
Did you say the second counter said countdown to Frogstar?
The new one shows a graphic of your ship approaching Frogstar, and there's a timer, which is now 1 hour and 28 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fine.
So you see Zeva like going back and forth, and she's like, trying to find anything and everything to figure out how to stop the first clock, which has a longer time. And of course, it's like, do they have a library or something on here that we can,
They actually do have a 3 libraries on board.
No, I'm talking about, like,
No, I don't know.
A way to stop countdowns. She puts in, search. And it's like educational manuals or, operational SOPs, standard operating procedure for emergency situations. Enter. Trying to find operating procedures.
Okay, give me a suitable skill.
Sorry. Because I'm trying to hack.
You're not trying to hack, you're trying to use basic basic search commands.
Yeah. Well,
I would say to roll me investigate.
Please work. Good.
Well, you find several ways to turn off the alarm on your clock.
I tried to use different search words to, for.
I know. This includes creative solutions. The point is,
Right.
this sort of stuff probably isn't in public manuals. It's in military training.
Yeah, this is all going to be restricted material.
Well, remember what position am I using?
Oh, right. You have the lieutenant
Yes,
tags. Right.
that's what I was
Why
using.
didn't you tell me that?
Exactly. Say
Xegian?
that.
Tell me these things. I can't remember everything you remember.
Yeah, this is Wooster. Especially tell him.
Especially tell me everything every time you have an advantage of some sort, because I tend to forget which one of the 18 items you have.
Yes, I'm using the lieutenant's thing, and I do the search to get the manual.
Right, fair enough. While you are doing that, I will remind the rest of you that you are on the bridge. You have so far had 5 cocoons, 3 of which inhaled goo, I recall.
There were 7 cocoons.
7 cocoons.
There
At
was
least
that.
3 of which held in goo. 2 of
We
which had
broke all of
corpses
them.
on them, and 2 of them had teeny tiny bugs in them.
Yes.
Oh, no. 2 of them had, like, big bugs in them? Or what? How did it go?
But also remember the bugs are dead because there was no air.
Yeah, there's dead bugs. But yeah. Yeah, the cocoons had those things as well as remnants of the people inside the cocoons beforehand.
That's the goo. Presumably.
Presumably.
The goo is what's left of them.
Yes. And there's several stations, some of which are now riddled with holes, but, let's not sweat the details.
Hey,
It's a
And
puzzle! We
and
can
you-
figure it out because they're riddled.
And you also recovered the dog tags of Captain Kalina.
so can you check to see if there are any other, passes that we could get more access to different things on the brig? See if there's other.
Bridge. You keep calling it brig.
I did it last session too. So can you guys check to
So
see
you
while
guys
I'm
wake up in the brig. Just
bridge?
kidding.
And so can somebody check the other, I hate to say it, cocoons to find the other passes to get access to
It's
other.
fine. I'll go through the captain's goo.
Jeez.
Such goops. Such goops and goobers. The captain wasn't goo, by the way.
Oh. His dog tags were in which one then? One with bugs or one with big bug?
The one that you debugged.
It
But
doesn't
he
help, but
wasn't in
okay.
goo.
Fine. I'll look at the other goo ones.
No, I said he wasn't in goo.
That's what I said. So I'm going to look in the other goo ones. There was
No.
obviously nothing in his except for the bugs and his
But the
dog
card
tags.
would be in there. His access card would be in that cocoon. We got his dog tags. I would check it out.
Okay.
So, investigate. Burglarize.
Okay. Investigate.
Zeggy, what are you doing?
I'm not a thief. I return those artifacts. Oh. Good. No goo, but there's good.
– It's like
It
so
has
you
been
found
good.
the captain's tags there.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to ask for the captain's tag, and if I'm handed them, I'm going to walk all the way to the mainframe.
I don't think his dog tags are going to help you get in. We need his access card. Like, we have the access card to the guy who is in charge of weapons.
Well, I'm gonna take whatever access cards you found in that case,
Okay.
and just see if, what would allow me to.
So, Zeva is actually using the only access card you found so far. And Zeva
Yeah.
finds out the manuals for the weapon systems.
Okay. And then I look to see if with this countdown, if it's hooked up to the weapon systems.
It doesn't. You start studying those. Okay. Xegian. Daniel. You examine the remains of the bugs, the filthy bugs. But you do find some random knickknacks from the captain's remains. You find a small polished mirror. You find
His vein. Okay.
you find a silver dagger. You find a few insignias that seem to
Yeah, from his uniform. Yeah.
denote the captain. Generally, you find metal items. They're very sparkly, though. And then you find...
Tinies.
Yes. And then you find the captain's access key.
Okay. Hopefully it doesn't require a password. I'll give the shinies to Zeva just because I know she likes shinies. I'm going to the navigation control and put the captain's access card in.
Okay. Access granted.
Where the fuck were they coming from?
Console is currently inoperable.
Wait, what?
The console that's
Navigation is
the one that's showing us our stuff already is currently unavailable. I'm confused.
you might have to go somewhere else.
Yeah,
to-
okay.
Information.
Xegian, let's take the captain's key to the mainframe and see if we can get access to the data directly.
Which is probably when you realize Xegian's already started making his way with whatever items.
Yeah,
he
but you
could.
didn't have an access card because Zeva had the other one.
I think
And
Xegian will just be picking up, looking for anything else, or looking for any surprise. But he's already on his way to the mainframe.
The only flaw is we don't have the captain's hand. I take it his hand wasn't left behind.
No.
Good thing I said palm scanner instead of retinal scanner, you know? Could you imagine going, shame the captain didn't leave an eyeball lying around, or, oh, here's his head.
Oh, no. He had a glass eye, and that's the one he
So,
used. Yeah.
Xegian, you make it to the main frame. You're at the familiar-looking door. It stands there bulky and big and foreboding. Intimidating, even. Given
Apart
enough
from-
time and a sufficient tool set, you might get through that.
Yeah. Like, is there anything that would suggest there's like, it's not like there's like gun turrets waiting to like deploy or anything like that, is there?
There's non-zero likelihood of that happening.
I'm guessing it's more relied on if it detects someone trying to breach it, it's just going to alert the crew, and it's relying on the crew dealing with, say, the attempt to unauthorized.
That is a
Entry.
fair assumption to make.
Right.
I believe I have two ways of potentially getting in there.
Hmm.
So I'm going to join Xegian down at the mainframe.
Yeah, you probably
Door.
make it before Xegian is done with the pontification.
Okay.
But
First-
yeah, it looks like kind of like a wall to door from Fallout.
First, here's the captain's command key. You might want to try that. I'm going to hand him
Just
the command key.
Just take it. And just slide it in.
And
Yep.
did it?
It opened.
It opened, and inside you see this round section inside the ship. There's a walkway leading in the center of the ball-shaped room. Yeah. How else would you describe a 3D object that is round?
No, it's just reminding
Round,
me
spherical.
Yeah, fair enough.
of another show that
What, the sphere?
there's a walkway and there's a sphere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, the walkway
I've seen
leads
studies
to
of
the
it.
center of the sphere, and all the way around you can see these these light streams of light going in straight lines along the sphere's edge. It's like a huge computer around you. And there's no other lights than except those small ones darting about here and there, occasionally making a longer stretch. But that's... And as you are and at the end of the walkway, in the middle of the room, there's someone standing.
You'd have led with that first, sir.
That's because it's sort of a see-through creature. It's not
A
entirely
hologram.
there. Yeah, a hologram. It seems to be looking at the machinations around it.
Computer, lights. Did that do anything?
No.
Computer end program. Seems like a bad idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
See you next week.
And the universe ends. Yeah. At least we didn't have to use option 2. Hmm. Okay. Is there any control stations or anything like that in here?
Doesn't seem to be.
Ziggy's just going to walk down the walkway, and he's
Uh,
just going to see if the actual hologram just reacts to him or not.
as you make it halfway,
Mhm.
the hologram does that, turning its head, and then the rest of the body follows,
Mhm.
and looking towards Xegian. You're not the captain.
Yeah, there are obvious statements to make.
And I go,
Um,
correct, I'm not the captain, but I am trying to find the crew of the ship.
I see. I take it they're not in the ship, then?
No. From what I've been able to gather, they've been ordered to evacuate. The escape pods have been deployed.
I see. Your name is?
Xegian Bellos.
Xegian Bellos. The duly security
Yes.
officer.
Mhm.
Alright. I hereby grant you field command of the vessel Don Carlos.
Whoops. Wasn't planning this. I'm here looking for my son. He served on this ship. Are you able to pull up the last captain's logs?
I am, yes.
Can you play them, please?
Very well. Is there anything particular you're looking for, Captain?
The last log off the previous captain. There.
Last log of previous captain. Would you like a transcript, or would you like the whole log played out for you?
Can I get you to do an accent, Wooster? No, I'm happy to take a transcript or even a basic,
summary.
A summary,
yeah,
then,
summary. Yes.
as you wish. Essentially, Captain Kalina encountered some manner of space creature that infiltrated the ship and caused major havoc. An evacuation order was given, and approximately 92% of the crew managed to leave the vessel intact. The ship then jumped into interstellar space.
Mhm.
Well, is that the term when you're like between stars?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interstellar. Yes. Between stars.
Yeah. Interstellar space to limit contagion
Mhm.
and to set up self-destruct. Apparently, the self-destruct failed for unspecified reason. I am unable to determine what caused the abortion of the self-destruct.
Right. The system. Do we have the coordinates of where the escape pods were released?
Yes, this data is available. Would you like a printout?
Yes, please.
Sending one to your communication device now.
And then the next question that Xegian has is the system where the escape pods were released, was that where the alien presence was encountered?
Correct.
Crap. Xegian's just gonna go, How long ago was it that the escape pods were released?
Approximately 4 months and 15 days ago.
Can I ask a question, or does he have to ask the questions? By the way, I'm Daniel Jones, Professor Daniel Jones.
Taduli University.
Good thing I wasn't there.
You may ask questions, yes, assuming the captain allows it.
I will.
There are currently 2 countdowns on the navigation panel on the bridge. What do they both
Correct.
refer to?
The one indicating 7 days is the recharge timer for the emergency jump. The one indicating less than an hour indicates arrival to Frogstar system.
Okay. I was right. It is more efficient. All right. But where will we arrive at the Frogstar system?
Unfortunately, that is impossible to calculate when using the emergency jump.
So it's a jump basically like the mail ones where it goes into a certain area and somebody comes and picks it up, that kind of thing. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
It is exactly the same system.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Can I have access to external communications once we arrive to contact the authorities at Frogstar, please?
Captain?
Granted.
You're sounding
Very well.
like a captain.
Would you like to assign this Daniel Jones an office on your ship, Captain?
Is there a science officer position?
If you want one to be.
Yeah, chief science officer.
Granted.
Hey, give
If
me
you
a
would like
position.
to further define the authorities and limitations of the role, please do so at any point. Currently, we have given him access to scanners and communication devices as requested.
Okay. Sure.
There appears to be a third one and a fourth one on a different ship in the docking bay. Are these among your group?
Yes.
Good.
Are there any other life forms on board?
Or any other
Detecting several groups of smaller life forms, likely pests.
Is there any way you can other than the one directly outside the bridge, because that would be detrimental to one of our crew members, evacuate the air from the locations where these cocoons are?
It is possible, yes.
Safely.
Define safely.
Without danger to crew members or equipment.
Easy enough. Equipment on board Don Carlos is built to withstand periods of vacuum without damage. However,
well.
the lack of crew in these areas does not pose a hindrance to the plan.
Very well. Did we get the coordinates of the of where, like, how about the name of the system or you got a printout of it, right?
Yeah.
Correct. There's a printout, but if you would like, I can read it out aloud.
The name of the system and its galactic coordinates, please.
the Stano star system. The coordinates are string of coordinates.
String of
Like
coordinates.
I've made up a coordinate
Yeah.
system for the
Okay, fine.
Come on.
Fine.
Right. So the question that we ask is like, we know the coordinate system. So
Yeah.
for us, would that put it towards the Imperial core, or would that be like another border region, or would it be outside
Would be another border region, yes.
another border region?
According to your knowledge, that would be uninhabited system.
Okay.
You say it was 4.5 months ago that you left Stano?
Yes.
Is that correct? I was going to say, how long have you actually been sitting in this debris field, or were sitting in the debris field?
4.5 months.
No, it left 4.5. How long did it take to get to where it was when we found it?
Approximately 4 months and 13 days.
So 4.5 months.
So basically, we got there at the same time you got there. How the hell did Henrietta know that was... Do you recognize the name Henrietta Walton?
I do.
Who is she to
A
you?
scientist. Working at the University of Insert Planet here. I didn't. I can't remember them now. I don't have the Henrietta's name.
The University of Insert Planet here. Okay. The University of Not Steno. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So what do I get? What do I get assigned?
Chief Procurement Officer.
Ooh, I like that. And the guy in the yacht gets red shirt.
Wow.
He's expendable.
Poor
we
Wooster,
need-
he was trying to establish a nice...
Yeah. Actually, we need to get him to help us with fixing things.
In
He's
about an hour, like in a good portion, in a short portion, we're going to be back in Frogstar at a star base that's designed to repair the ship.
Do we want to get? Well, I'm not
You're not
there. I
wrong.
can't.
I'm going to prepare a message for broadcast, or together, let's prepare a message for broadcast when we arrive
Yeah.
at Frogstar, basically warning them that
There's
there
a big
is
infestation.
there's an infestation and the ship is compromised in multiple ways, but like you might want to send some people out here to take a look at it.
Captain, I would recommend strongly against such a message. This would bring the Imperial fleet in a bad light. Your credibility as a captain would suffer in consequence. Holding this closer to your heart would benefit the Empire.
He's been a captain for all of 5 minutes. What credibility? But okay.
What was the mission of the Don Carlos?
Defend the Imperial territory operating from the Frogstar system.
What was it doing in Stano?
Investigating reports of a hostile fleet activity.
And was there a fleet there
Yes.
of bugs?
Unable to determine.
Was there enemy engagement?
Weapon discharges have been logged into my systems. As well as significant damage to the ship's hull. Which would lead to believe that there was a battle contact.
So, can you give me a list of what's been damaged?
Yes, I can. Procuring a list to your communication device now.
I think this is probably where we might want to leave it for the next.
Since you don't recommend a general broadcast, is there any one in particular that should be contacted when we arrive?
The military base.
Current contact person on file is... what's the name? There we go. Colonel Telomere.
Colonel?
Colonel Tillerman, did you say?
Telomere.
Telomere.
Yes.
A colonel who talks to a female horse? Okay.
Oh, jeez, that's bad.
It talks to a sea, you idiot.
Mare, M-A-R-E, horse.
Yeah,
female
as in
horse.
mermaid.
Mer, M-E-R-C.
M-E-R-C.
Merkmaid.
Mer, M-E-R, as in the sea in French.
C. Oh, sorry, that's not French. A lowly colonel? Really? And he would be at the military, at the space station. Though, again, people are probably going to see the ship when it arrives, but Mermare. Yes.
The advice I am told to be given is that you contact the colonel.
And he'll know who to talk to.
And arrange for a decontamination crew.
Just out of interest sake, are these positions we have temporary or not?
Information not available.
All that stuff on the planet, who cares? We're in outer space.
Please contact your sector governor for further details.
That's funny.
Do you know what the creature was that attacked us on the bridge?
We were attacked several times on the bridge with different creatures.
The most recent conflict with the spacesuit and sworded creature.
Unable to confirm.
There's currently an empty spacesuit with step marks on it. Thank you, Zeva. On the bridge, can you see that?
It appears my ability to scan the bridge has been severely altered.
By bullets. Shit, the things in this room don't respond well to bullets. Do not shoot the nuclear missiles.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to make sure doesn't happen.
Okay. Can you open communication channel to the bridge, please?
Certainly.
Zeva?
So, yeah, a
Yeah.
speaker speaks out. Zeva.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
we're down in the mainframe room. We've been basically promoted to crew,
Score.
and can you bring the empty spacesuit here? The one that had the baddie in it?
No. I'm not going to touch that. I don't know if there's residual crap on it or in it. You saw the stuff that came out? No.
Well, we want to analyze the suit, and
Well,
currently the
one of our suits, meaning one of the crew's suits.
what?
It's one of the crew's suits.
Yes, and we want to analyze if there's any nasty goo, whatever, anything left in it, and
Well,
the
you can
the
bring
sys-
your butt up here and bring it yourself. I'm not touching that.
I would
You know-
recommend the laboratory on deck 3. It is much more suited with its high caliber scanning instruments over to any other room in the.
I like the way you worded that. Yeah, it's suited. Fine. I
Yeah,
will
and-
go
and I-
I'll go get the suit with like 3 extra layers of gloves just so that I don't contaminate anything, and take it to the whatever you called it, science deck on deck 3, whatever, science lab on deck 3, and then come back.
Yep. About the size of Don Carlos. That's about a 45-minute trip.
They obviously must have ways of traveling around the ship faster,
Likely.
like
turbo
scooters, turbo lifts, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually inbuilt what's it called, rail line.
Yeah.
Oh, that is. You ever seen the Disney film Black Hole?
Nope.
It's got like
Don't think so.
like along the central spine of the ship, it's got like a monorail system.
Exactly that.
Yeah. So that means won't take 45 minutes.
No, including that.
Jeez,
Okay.
it's the Don Carlos.
It has a crew of thousands.
No, it doesn't. It has a crew of 4 at the moment.
Okay, it should have a crew of thousands.
It's like it's this thing like just put it right. So like a star destroyer from like Star Wars is like what 1.5 kilometers long or something like that, right? Like the Super Star Destroyer is like 20 miles long. Okay. Like so Star
So
Destroyer
this must be much bigger.
or Super Star Destroyer. Which one are we more towards? Are we? Or
I think we're beyond Super Star
Star
Destroyer.
Destroyer.
Yeah, it's just that the central transport system just doesn't take you that close to deck 3. There's a
You'd think
whole lot
the
of-
bridge would be on deck 1, so deck 3 should be pretty close.
Not necessarily. The best place for a bridge on a
Is in the
Awards.
belly, yes.
in the center behind all the armor. You know, it's like only reason why you have bridges on top of like naval ships is because
visibility.
they need the visibility for commandeering and driving the ship. But with modern
Mo-
technology,
Modern bridges don't necessarily have to be.
well, the navigating of it is, but still, like the CIC and like command and control is now.
Yeah,
in
anyway,
this-
tangent.
yeah, sorry.
No worries. So, right. Either way, you can start doing that, but you're dropping out of warp before you're done.
Yeah, so not a lot of point.
moot point.
In fact,
The science
Can
community.
you throw it out in the hallway?
why don't we just skip to the part where you drop out a warp? Or do you want to do something before that?
Well, I want to know about the cocoon that's outside my door.
Okay, what you gonna do about it? Shoot at it?
There's nothing. I want to know what's happening with it.
It's there.
Is it open?
Nope.
Is it wiggling?
It's staring
Is there
at
like
you
a
intently.
crack and opening? Someone going, "Hello,"
No. I mean, you can usually.
pulsating and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
It seems to be sitting pretty.
Hi.
Okay. Well, I'll just leave that there and continue reading the manual to see if I can, not knowing what happened down there about the different times and
You
and
can
everything.
ask us and we can tell you.
I
The
wouldn't
one
know
the,
if you communicated with anybody.
we
I
told
just
you
thought-
already, but okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you did it.
We've been promoted to crew. Who promoted us?
Yeah, right. That's right.
Xegi probably.
So, question.
The short countdown is how long until we're getting to Frogstar. The long countdown is how long it's going to take to jump again.
Okay,
That's what you wanted to know.
Question I have is, nothing's wrong with the gunnery, our weapons, right? Everything's okay. Nothing's gonna go off when we get to Frog Land.
Star. Frogland.
Thank you.
Has the
That's what I'm asking.
Has
I'm
the
asking
self-destruct
Xegian.
system been completely deactivated?
Yes.
Okay, so we're not going to blow up when we get there. Yay!
That is
Nothing-
not what I said.
Are we going to blow up when we get there?
There's a high likelihood, yes.
How do we stop
why?
According to my data, there is several damage to the ship systems. Using emergency warp is a dangerous procedure.
Oh. Hi, we brought your ship back. Well, what's left of it. Is there a way we can alleviate the chances of destruction?
At this point, I doubt it.
So maybe we should get the heck out of the ship and actually, is there a way that we can stop it after we get off do a delay to stop it from getting to the planet?
There is the possibility of emergency dropout from warp space, but that would leave you stranded.
We have a ship in the fighter bay that can travel faster than the speed of light, so we would not be necessarily stranded.
A fair point. You might survive.
Let's do that.
Can the ship that's currently in the launch bay or the fighter bay leave this ship while it's in warp?
In theory, yes.
That's okay. What is the theory? Study. Us learn things.
According to the mathematics, it is possible that a ship will survive exit of warp in a non-linear path, non-direct path of the created warp bubble.
I don't have a fucking clue what you said, but does Daniel know what you're talking about?
All academics.
I would ask, can you put that in layman's terms?
Unable. This information requires astrophysics degree.
I ain't
That's
got
one of my
that.
8 degrees. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Something. Probably not a good idea. Something. The terms he's using are very much academics for, yeah, I wouldn't do that, but if you do it right, you might survive.
What is the probability of survival?
According to my records, not a single attempt has succeeded.
Never tell me the odds. Sorry, wrong character.
Right actor, though.
Yeah.
Half right. No, wait. Yeah, half right.
Yes, my middle name is Solo.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so low.
Or Daniel Harrison Jones. I don't know.
Yeah, my attention's starting to go, guys.
Yeah, we're approaching the cutoff point anyway. So
Half point.
no, cutoff point.
Cut off. I thought you said half point. I'm going, seriously?
Yeah, half point. We're continuing all 6 hours like agreed to.
Jeez.
You did
shit,
sign your
no.
soul over, didn't you, last week? Anyway, yes. Eventually, you come out of hyperspace jump and into the normal star system. The
do
warmth
we
of the
blow up?
frog star shining through under the ship. You are probably in station on the bridge, manning the consoles, having learned from the mainframe that it cannot operate the ship. It can only see the ship from its location. It has no access to use any of the commands outside of the mainframe itself. And as you stand there, you start receiving communications from immediately from the starbase.
Where do we appear in the system?
You are approximately 3 million kilometers away from Tatuli, which is pretty close by astronomical standards.
Yes.
Mhm.
So in a few minutes, we'll receive a message.
Yeah, that's...
more
Yeah,
along the lines of a few seconds, but yeah, like
Yeah, well,
it's
8 minutes for 93 million miles, so it would be, because that's how far out Earth is from the sun.
Yeah, so
3 million
it's
kilometers about 10 seconds.
0.02 AU, 3 million.
Yeah,
Whatever. Okay.
about 3
It won't
seconds.
take long. Okay.
Yep. It's closer than the moon. Anyway, as you are looking at your scanner data, 3 million kilometers away is indeed Taduli and Taduli Space Station. And about 25 unidentified starships.
Send a coded transmission to Colonel Telomere. Telomere? Whatever. Describing the
So
current
anyway,
situation.
you are receiving transmissions immediately.
That's nice. We're not going to respond. We've been
Why
told.
not? Oh,
Is it-
yeah.
We're supposed to contact.
Is anyone is anyone even listening to those? Or are you just ignoring them outright?
I'm
Oh,
actually...
sure,
I'm,
listen, sure.
Yeah, I want to listen to what they're saying.
Mhm.
I'm on the
We're all on the
bridge.
bridge.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put on the system so we can actually hear what's coming through.
First of all, the governor of Taduli is on one transmission.
Yep.
On another transmission, is apparently someone called Sirius Jack. And on one transmission there is Colonel Telomere.
Mhm.
And yeah, those are the identifications you get immediately. Oh, and
At least we didn't get a call from the commissioner.
and one is from your captain, Xegi.
I'm going to pull up the one with the colonel.
Okay. The communication of the colonel pops up, and there's like, about time you showed up. It's a, what the hell are you? That doesn't matter. We need immediate military assistance. These marauders have taken over the space station. I'm the only one left inside, I think.
Right.
This ship's been compromised. The crew is not available.
What?
Available.
Oh, shit.
It's
there's
currently
bugs.
manned with a crew of 4.
Jesus.
And there's bugs.
Yes, and it's infested with bugs.
Poor Xegian is barely like he's just like going. He's thinking like I'm wanting to get the information, and then these guys have actually shot on a guy who's seeing what might be hope. There, and he goes, "Oh God."
And the
Well,
connection
we're
is
basically
cut.
saying you really don't want us there because of the fact that we've got a bug infestation and we're
And it's like Xegian's just going, "Yeah, he doesn't need to know that." Right? What do we need to know? How
The
long have
connection
these-
has been cut.
oh shit. We need to get off this because they're probably going to blow us to smithereens. Now.
I think I know what I'd like to do.
I know what I want to do.
Gun batteries, fire!
I'm just going to go to the computer. I'm going to go to the computer. What is the battle readiness of the Don Carlos?
7.2%.
And on that note,
Can you analyze the
I
And-
think
25 ships
and on that
ahead of
note,
us?
I
And-
think it's on that note.
We'll see you next
That
week.
We'll see you next week. Because this is the cutoff time pretty much correctly. I like where this ended. I wanted to take it a little bit further, but this is an excellent point to end it. What is the
Yeah,
battle
because-
readiness of Don Carlos? 7.2%.
I'm hoping when you say 7.2%, that is how much ammo we have left. The actual hull is actually 90%.
We'll
That's
find
not
out
what you
next
asked,
week.
though.
no, you didn't ask that. Oh, jeez. I had so much fun.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear you enjoyed my ramblings. I mean, my game mastering.
Are we all available next week?
Hopefully I
Yeah.
am. Oh, wait. Let me double check if I am. That's my phone. I don't have my phone. God dang it. Well, I should be. I don't think I have anything on next
Calendar.
Saturday. Yes,
Just a second.
it's the
Okay, I
first,
haven't
yeah.
deleted it.
it's the first. There's nothing on that, but I do have a something on the 22nd of March.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's a long ways from now.
Yeah. Until
We
that,
can
I
worry
don't think
about
I
that
have
then.
anything. Yeah.
Okay, Oh, by the way, my birthday is on a Saturday.
Oh no.
The week
Okay.
before the 22nd.
What?
The week before the 22nd, so 15th.
Guides them up.
My congratulations.
Just a second.
So you're getting backstabbed? Is that what you're saying?
Series.
Basically.
Beware the Ides of March.
It's also
Yep.
JF's birthday, but you don't know JF. And
Well, anyway, if we are
Oh,
great, we'll
alright.
show up next week, then we'll show up next week.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
he did.
Okay, cool. No bailing out this time.
Okay.
I'm
What if
looking
the
at you.
What if the ship has water? The boat has water in it. We gotta bail it out.
Yeah,
Uh,
that doesn't involve anything about the game. The game doesn't have boats.
Doesn't have water. Doesn't have boats. We're on a bloody wet planet. I'm sure there are boats.
I know, but you have hovercrafts, not boats.
We don't need no boats. We don't need no stinking boats.
Yeah.
Or
Anyway, I
badges.
need to go. I'm tired.
Yeah, okay. So,
Okay.
thank you all for showing up, and bonus escargot.
Bonus escargot and bonus escargot.